Hello friends, welcome to Bode. So in this program or in this video, we are going to see how to display a Fibonacci series in Java. We'll first understand what is Fibonacci series with an example and then implement the logic for it. So let's start by creating a new project in Eclipse. So go to File, New, Java Project. Let's call this program 7. And using the default settings, I'll click on Finish. Then we have a source folder here inside which we'll create a class in which we are going to write our logic. So we'll call this Fibonacci series. The package is going to be com.codebode.projects and we'll need a main method inside this. So we'll select this and click on Finish. We have a class with the main method. Now inside main method, let's implement our logic for Fibonacci series. So first let's understand what this series means. So it simply means addition of numbers, like printing the addition of numbers in a series. So we'll take an example to see this. So our number series is going to start from 0. And let's say we have two initial numbers 0 and 1. For the next number in series, we need to add two digits. So it is going to be 0 plus 1, 1. For the next number, we'll add these last two digits. So 1 plus 1 will give 2. Then again for the next number, add 1 plus 2, which gives us 3, then 2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 5, 8, and in this way the series continues. 8 plus 5 gives us 13 and so on. Up to whatever number you want, you can print this series. So let's see in Java how we are going to implement this logic. Now what we have to do is, for 0 to whatever our number is, let's say we want to print 100 numbers in the Fibonacci series. So we're going to say 0 to 100. What we're going to do is print the sum of two numbers. So let's say we have sum equal to number 1 plus number 2 and then we'll print sum. So this is going to be our algorithm. But we can't simply start from 0 because we need two initial numbers and we need to take them statically, because to do the addition we need at least two numbers. So n1, n2, for the first two numbers I'm going to take statically here, n1 equal to 0 and n2 equal to 1. So once we have these two digits as static digits, we are going to start our loop from the next number. So it will start from, so 0th position is n1, first position is n2, and then from for loop equal to 2, our loop is going to start. So we are going to calculate the sum. So sum here is going to be 0 plus 1, which is 1, and that will get printed. Now for next, again we have to print the same sum of next two digits. But if we don't change the value of n1 and n2, it will again print the original sum, that is 0 plus 1. So n1 we have to update with the digit n2. So now n1 we want to make as 1 and n2 we need to make as the sum, the original sum. So n2 is going to be sum. So what will happen is, in the next loop we'll have n1 1 and n2 again 1, which is the sum, and then we'll print 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and in the next loop n1 will be equal to n2, that is again 1, and n2 is going to be the sum, that is 2. So in the next loop 2 plus 1 will be printed. In this way we are simply going to implement the logic of Fibonacci series. So if you haven't understood or if you are still confused with this algorithm, let's implement it, debug it and check how this works. So this is sum of digits in series. As we saw, the first step is to initialize two variables as 0 and 1, because we need at least two digits for addition. So let's do that. We'll say int n1 equal to 0, int n2 equal to 1. So we have our first two digits of the series. Now we need a sum. So we'll say sum as the third variable. Okay, so now we're going to start our loop for adding the digits and printing it. But before that we have to print n1 and n2 because the first two digits have to be printed. So we are going to do sysout for this. Then we'll first print n1 and then with a space we're going to print n2. So we have done the job of printing 0 and 1. Now we need to start printing the sum. So for that, we'll execute the logic in a loop. So for loop, as I said, the loop is going to start from 2 because first two digits are already covered. So 0th index and first index is covered. And the loop is starting from 2 now. And let's say we have to print first 100 digits. So 100 I plus plus. This is our simple for loop. Now inside this we are going to take the sum of digits. So sum equal to n1 plus n2, and then we are going to print. So here we don't need print ln because then it will break the line. We need to print on the same line. So print, then after a space we need to print the sum. So what will happen is it has printed 0 and 1. Now sum 0 plus 1 is going to be 1 and 1 will be printed here. Now once 1 is printed, we need to change the values of n1 and n2. So now n1 is going to take value of n2, which is the next digit, and n2 will take the value of sum, which is the third digit printed. And finally, this is how we have changed the value of n1 and n2. So basically our next step was to print n1 and n2, and after that in loop, iterate the loop to your count. Count here we have taken as 100, and after that add two numbers and print. And the fifth step is n1 equal to n2, that is the next number, and n2 equal to sum, that is going to be the third number or the sum that is printed. So I hope you understood this logic. Now let's run this once and then we'll also debug and see how the logic is executing. So if I run this, so here we have our 100 numbers printed. What we'll do is, it is a quite big series. So for debugging purpose, let's print first 10 digits. So if I run this, we have the Fibonacci series for first 10 digits. So first we have 0 and 1, which is statically printed. Then the addition of 0 and 1, 1. 1 plus 2 again. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 3, 5. And so on. Now once we'll debug this and check. So I'll place a debugger here. So we have our 0 and 1 printed here. I starting from 2. So here n1 is 0, n2 is 1. In the next loop, we have the sum printed, which is again 1, 0 plus 1. n1 has now changed to 1 because it is this number we want to make as n1 and this number as n2. So sum we have given to n2. In the next loop, we have the sum printed as 2. n1 has changed to the value of n2, that was 1, and n2 has changed to the sum, that is 2. So in the next loop, 1 plus 2, that is 3, is going to be printed. So we have here 3. Now n1 has changed to 2, that is this value, and n2 will take this value, that is 3, the sum. And in the next loop, we have the next addition printed. So in this way, if you debug the code, it will be easier to understand the Fibonacci series. So you can print from any number to any number and check the output. So in this way, Fibonacci series works. In the next video, we'll see some more programs. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel, and also like and share this video. Thank you.